Alright, welcome back everybody to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm KnowItAllDM. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. And today I am going to be showing you guys what I've done to update my custom scenario that I've been working so hard on for the past year or so. I started working on this back in Alpha 6 and it's been updated several times as different alphas came out, introducing newer and newer facets to the game. And so I just wanted to show you guys a quick update to what I have done with this. This is called Darkheart, and it takes place in the primary Empyrion galaxy, possibly with slightly different storylines and whatever from what the official storylines are, but I've got my own storyline going on in this system so that you guys, you know, whoever plays it can play through a little storyline thing, even though it is a multiplayer game. Now, I do plan on making it also a single player version of it where you have to start in the Starship Graveyard, which is the hardest start, and move on from there following the storyline. But as a multiplayer, you've got 3 different options of where to start. Now, unfortunately for the Starship Graveyard, since you're starting in a randomized space, you can't add a description to it yet. I'm hoping they will add the ability to do that, but that's a problem that we've had since Alpha 7 came out, introducing the new planet stuff. Or was it 8? Whichever alpha it was, I think it was Alpha 8 actually. That introduced the dual playfield things, the static and dynamic playfield YAMLs. Anyway, so I'm going to go on here and I'm going to show you the different starts. We're going to start with the easiest of the starts, which is on medium, which is the Outer Rim. Now, with the Alpha 9 update, the biggest thing that has impacted this scenario that I had to update for is factions. And so I have this start where you, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get in there, and then you'll see once we get in there. All right, here we are. So the little bit background story behind this start is that you were on a planet that was being attacked by the Xerax. They were wiping everyone out. You used an emergency teleporter to teleport to a different star system, and this is where you appear in this star system with the extra solar teleporter here, which is not functional. We've got a little introduction board here that says, "Welcome incoming traveler. You are now aboard Koteria Mining Station. Unfortunately, our outbound interstellar teleporter is currently offline. However, we are pleased to have you as our guest until it is repaired. In the locker to the left, you will find a welcoming gift of a preloaded money card with 10,000 credits on it." So you also start with a different amount of coins based on your difficulty settings. You start with 10 coins on easy, 20 on medium, and 30 on hard, which will successively increase the weight that you have, and 30 coins is, I believe, 400 weight. But so you'll start with 10,000 on your money card and however many in gold coins that you start with. Now, as you'll notice when you come through this, you cannot go back into that area. Now, what I was mentioning a second ago about the factions is that with the latest update in the faction screen here, you'll notice that you start friendly with Polaris, but only by a little bit. Talons are neutral and Xerax are hostile. The reason you had to start friendly is so that you could access their traders on the station. If you do anything to cause them to go down, such as opening a chest or something like that, opening something that is locked, then you will go down and you will be unable to access the traders, which makes it infinitely harder to complete. So with this, you'll notice that there are traders throughout the area which you can actually purchase items from. Now, in order to make this easy, or easier, you want to make sure you maintain friendly or better with Polaris. So you don't want to go around stealing things. So just every time you mouse over something, if it says warning, it'll change your reputation, don't do it. You know, don't open things and you'll be fine. You can still maintain, you know, your relationship with them. And eventually I plan on putting in the factions, in the mission thing, different missions for the Polaris, Talon, and Xerax, so that you can increase or decrease your reputation by completing missions. Now, the primary missions are going to be, I'm not going to utilize the same ones on here, but I'm going to use similar types of reputation things, money cards and reputations with them, and things like that, because in this start, you're pretty much wanting to buy everything that you have. Now, over here, we've got the 3 teleporters, which will take you to the different locations in the system. This will take you to the iron mine, the silicon mine, and the copper mine. Now, the reason that you start in a space platform with this is that this one is not random. It is exactly the same every time, using a standard playfield YAML, so that I could have the functionality of these teleporters, not so much the teleporters themselves, but the mines that they teleport to. So if you'll notice, by teleporting to a mine, you end up on a, well, you can't really see it too well here. Let me, let's go up to this little area, and you should possibly be able to notice, okay, there's a lock code to those as well. I'm just going to show you. I know the lock code to this door here. The lock code is just simple 5555, and that'll allow you to come out and realize that you're actually on a mining base on a asteroid, and there are 3 of these. You've got silicon, copper, and iron, so that you can actually get your standard 3 starting materials. And if you mine enough, you can then use the constructor on the space station to escape, to, you know, build a small vessel or whatever. Now, in order to actually mine, you'll have to purchase, you know, like biofuel and a mechanical drill, or if you can afford it, a laser drill. And don't, you know, steal from them, and you'll be fine. But one thing you do want to know is that there is a planet in this system. If you look at the map, you'll notice there's a planet called Anomaly. Now, if you look at, okay, here is this. We want to look at planet info. Okay, it doesn't show you planet info if you haven't been there. That's what I was thinking. So anyway, what you're going to want to do is find a way to activate this last teleporter. It's not 100% necessary. You could build a small vessel with these 3 resources, copper, iron, and silicon, but if you do so, you'll notice it's going to be very difficult because you have to get to level 7, and getting to level 7 is difficult by just buying things and mining. So what you're going to want to do is let's see, and you're not going to be able to warp out either, because these require cobalt. But so the easiest thing to do is find a way to activate this teleporter. Now, the teleporter can be activated from up here in the control room. Now, you'll notice it says anomaly teleporter deactivated. You can't get through here without a code, which is not 555. And what you've got to do is go around and find the code. The code is not in one single place. The code is in these 3 things, plus around the station. you'll be able to find it. Now, the way you know this, well, if you are attentive to looking and want to figure out where this code is, you'll notice some strange things around the station, like over here, there is a switch over this way. You can see there's a little, weird box thing, things like that that don't make much sense. Additionally, if you search every room, such as the restrooms over here, you will notice as you're leaving, the control room entry code is hidden around the station and in the resource mines. It tells you right there. So, it tells you that you can do that from the beginning. Also, here's a notice. Anybody caught stealing will be dealt with harshly according to the Interstellar Anti-Criminal Justice Code. Basically, that means if you steal, they become unfriendly and start shooting you, which you don't want. Like I said, makes it infinitely harder. If you just go to neutral and can't purchase things, you're probably fine. But in any case, so what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to look around for this code. Now, if you look up here, we saw this switch here, and what this switch does is it activates this. It says control code, silicon, copper, iron, which, well, if you think about it, that just means the order in which you have to go to the mine. So we're coming down here, silicone. And of course, for people who don't watch this little tutorial, I don't know how hard it is. So I'm going to have to figure that out. But you'll notice around the area, there are some bad things. But so our whole goal is to get behind this door here. Now, on the silicon mine, the easiest thing to do is just come around here, and into here. Now, you have to run, otherwise it won't work, but you can always exit this direction. To locate the code, you come over here, flip the switch, and that gives you the control code's first digit, which is 9. Now, as you leave, you'll notice you can't leave without turning this back off for the next person. So many people will be trying to figure out the code. So, you want to deactivate the thing. So just because, in any case, so silicone is 9. The second one was copper. So we're going to go take a look and see what copper says. Actually, this is iron. I went to the wrong one. This is the iron deposit. Sorry. Iron deposit. You can also just run through here and run through here. And this one stays open a little longer than the last one, so you don't have to run for it. Now, this one, control code is down here. 3. Okay, so 9 something 3 is what the control code is. So we'll pop back and go to the actual copper so that we can get the code in order. Copper mine. And I always forget the code anyway, and I made the thing, so. All right, here we have the copper. So we'll try doing the same thing. And it didn't work. The red's on, all it's off, it's all reset. Okay, let's try this again. Come through here. There we go. Now you'll notice that the door opens on this side, but if you step on this grate, it'll close and that won't open. Because these grates are rigged. I really ought to change it so that it's not a sensor anymore, but rather a pressure plate, because I can do that now, which I may or may not do. But in any case, I think I just messed it up. There, now we've got to come around this direction and through here, and now we can get into here. Makes it just a little bit more difficult each time. So we activate this, and that is our second code. Yeah, you don't know what it means. Nobody knows what it means. So we close the thing, head on back. So it's 9 Atom 3. Well, what does that mean? We got to figure that out. So I guess this is where the searching around the station here comes in handy. So we don't have a spacesuit on, so it's highly unlikely that they would make it where we have to go out through here and suffocate. The only place that we haven't been is through here. So in here, we've got a little construction area. You've got the constructor inventory right here. Now this you can access without worrying about their reputation going down because it's set to public. And it does start with a little bit of stuff in here. So we're going to take the multi-tool and the ores because, I mean, why not? It's free. But over here, oh, there's some atoms. What is this? So which atom is the one that we want? Now, is this upside down? Was it that one? But the background is yellow and not blue, so it might be that one. We don't know. Is it 81 or is it 14? Gotta use your smarts and figure it out. Are you supposed to be standing on this thing and looking at them? Was it that way? Was it that way? Or was it one of these other ways? You don't know. Oh, I mean, if you remember, it was this one right here. So 9.14.3 is the code, but just so we can say we've explored the entire thing, we can come all the way out into here, and you know, you don't want to steal from them. So, but this over here is free to use if you have a suit. So 9.14.3 is the control code to the control room. So let's head on back here. Now, the reason that I made it so this one doesn't have to be flipped back is because, I mean, it's still a difficult find to go around the thing. So, what was it, 9.14.3? Hey, look, it worked! So let's come on into here and flip a switch. Anomaly teleporter active. Notice, return switch to off position to unlock the door. All right, turn it off. It's still active. We're good. Got to use the code to open that one again and head all the way down to the anomaly teleporter. Now, the anomaly teleporter will remain active for 5 minutes. After those 5 minutes, it'll deactivate and everything should be reset for you to, you know, go on your way. So let's hurry on down to the anomaly. And of course, if you remember the code to the control room, you don't have to go through that whole song and dance again, and you can just simply, you know, do your thing. So come down here, and welcome to the Anomaly Research Facility. Before you continue, there are a few things. Blah, blah, jetpack use is not recommended, blah, blah, because it's a high gravity, blah, blah. You should use at least medium armor outside, blah, blah, because A, the radiation levels are high, and there's no oxygen. And then finally, research labs are off limits due to recent situations. Only research and hazard personnel are allowed in the labs. Please enjoy your time here at this facility. And of course, before you're leaving, you know, please use the BioClean shower to reduce your radiation levels before teleporting. Radiation can interfere with normal operation of the teleporter. This is all just, you know, just me being, you know, thorough with my type of, you know, thing, you know. Anyway, so we're on Anomaly. You'll notice the gravity is heavy. It's about 3.6 G's, I believe. So through here, we've got the trading thing. There was one of these on the station. I just didn't utilize it. I'm going to go ahead and just throw everything in there. If I need cash, I can pull it out later. So while we're here, this is where you can get the mine code, which I showed you was 5555. Metal ingots bought here. So this will purchase any of the ingots, magnesium, whatever, as long as its stock allows. Also, you could buy it from here if you needed. Over here is where you can purchase another drill or chainsaw, anything you really need. Up on the station, I believe there is a place to buy a electrical drill. It's basically, this area is the same as the others, except it's got this nice little garden here. I don't remember if the other one had a garden like this. I do need to make these so that they're already grown plants when you get here, and harvesting them may or may not affect your reputation. I will have to test that out. So one thing you do not want to do is fall off here while coming through here your first time without a suit, because you'll get stuck. Anyway, so we've got another PAX Purgatory that way and some restrooms. We've got the airlocks and storage bay that way, the construction and hover bay this way. So we'll continue on this direction. Again, do not steal from these people. Caution, labs 18 and 17 are under isolation due to atmospheric leakage. Hazard suits are recommended or are required beyond this point. And there's, as you can see, some bad things in there. So here is the whatchamacallit thing with the constructor, which your inventory for it is over here. Hey, there's more stuff. We got a little cobalt. Nice. But in any case, so now, there we go. You could try to go ahead and exit this through the hover bay, but as you will find out, there's no oxygen out there, and you know, it's kind of not a good idea. You want to stay in here until you can at least get some armor. Now, through this, let's see, let's go back and see if we can buy weapons and armor. Garden, medbay, teleporters, trading. This direction. Okay, trading over here. So you, I believe, had, yeah, you have some weapons. The assault rifle, which they've changed the model and icon for, is probably our best bet. I can buy one of them. It's not too expensive. Let's get some ammunition for that. That's some projectile rifle rounds. If we can buy 664, let's go ahead and do that. So now I have a weapon. And you'll notice this looks like the old pulse rifle, but since there is an ADS on these now, it's a little bit more useful, despite the fact that there's a recoil effect on it. So we're gonna come on this direction, and the only way that you would actually be able to finish this if you were not friendly with Polaris would be to come through this direction anyway. And without a weapon, you're kind of screwed. So I wouldn't recommend that. Yeah, so we're coming through here. This does have things that tells the story of Anomaly. I'm not going to go too much into that because I want people to actually, you know, play through the storyline and read the things on their own and enjoy the storyline. So through here, oh look, there's an insect. Apparently they are researching these insects, which is very, very nice. Through here, caution, labs 8 and 9 are under quarantine due to escaped alien specimens. Authorized access only. Assault weapons are recommended. Lock code. I do not have the lock code, so we've got to go find the lock code. More than likely, lock codes are kept in the control room, so we got to run all the way back around. I mean, I guess you could walk. I mean, yeah. Anyway, you don't want to have to buy a whole lot of food to replenish your food after your stamina regenerates, but I'm just going to do this anyway. Well, I mean, we got it on medium, so that's no big deal. Control room and bedrooms. Here are the bedrooms. Again, don't steal from them, and then you can come up to the control room, which opens nicely for you. Labs 1 through 7, normal operations. 8 through 9, under quarantine due to escaped alien specimens. 10 through 16, lockdown procedures in effect. And 17 through 18, under isolation due to atmospheric leakage. Now, the control room, you probably want to just look around here and see if you can find, hey look, important access codes. Isolation, lockdown, quarantine, yay, ka-ching! I have these memorized. Not really, but I have them written down right here already. So pretend that you have these memorized or that you write them down or whatever. once you get here, so that you know what you're doing, so you know where to do and what to put on things. So we're going to utilize it probably quarantine, lockdown, isolation. So we're going to want to use the quarantine code first. Now, because of the gravity, I actually have to come this way. Okay. Haha. Back this direction and then run all the way around. Probably not a good idea to actually run through all this, but you know. So basically it seems to be normal operations. Everything's going fine. You've got the quarantine code. You're doing good. Now you want to make sure that you keep an eye out, because once you get to here and enter this quarantine code, stuff can get nasty real quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and open that now. Okay, no, go away, go away. Okay. So we've gotten that, and because the insect came through these, well, we can't, Alright, let's close that so if it respawns, we won't have to worry about, or we won't. Now this one, yep, it used to get stuck here. Okay. So we've dealt with those two aliens. We come through here. We read this thing, blah, blah. And then enter the lock code to exit quarantine. And we're out. Now, you can't enter the code to go back, but we're injured, we're hurt, we're, you know, in trouble. And so we've got to go find the medical bay to heal ourselves. But we've progressed through the med bay. We've progressed through the storyline a little bit, just going through there and reading all those things that we didn't really read. But you know, I don't want to spoil the storyline for people. So we're gonna first aid medicalize ourselves here, heal ourselves all the way, and there's everything in here you could need for any type of injury. But we don't want to open these. Now you'll notice, because I was fighting those things, my reputation with Polaris is going up. And reputation with Xerax is gone down. Because of reasons, I guess. Or no, is it coming up? I think it could be coming up as well. Because I think we were already hostile instead of unfriendly. But basically, as long as you stay out of Xerax territory, you'll gain reputation from hostile to unfriendly with them. Okay, so we want to come this way to continue our storyline. And let's reload our weapon. The lock code. This is for lockdown. Lockdown code is 1458. And these codes might change before releasing the actual full thing, so don't worry, it's probably not going to be the same. You know, I'm not really spoiling too much. So again, for the first few of these, you've got what seems like basic operations. They're researching these whatchamacallem things, the nightmares, and yeah. Probably not as too smart of an idea, but you know, they want to put, you know, hey, they find out more about them. I mean, now through here, labs are under blah blah, but we can get our armor. This armor is extremely expensive, but it's now armor, so we can actually survive in the what is this? Isolation or quarantine? Isolation. Now there's a nightmare right there, so Isolation is 7365. Let's just go ahead and put that in so I can run out. Now, oddly, they cannot see me when I'm behind this door. Oh, it's escaping. Well, at least now I don't have to worry about it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, we took out that. And of course, now you would want to read this. Yay! And these doors being down makes it a little difficult to get through here. In fact, it seems slightly impossible right now. But you can jetpack over them. Okay, they, on the other hand, don't seem to be able to. And then here's the final one, blah, blah. And now we've finished the major part of the storyline. It did tell us a little bit of what we need to do. It told us that there was a abandoned dig site or something, excavation site on the planet, and that someone who went there went insane and started letting things out. Now, if you look at what we see on the planet, we've got, well, this is the best you can hope for on this planet. It's completely empty, and you'll notice the radiation is an 8.0, which is the absolute minimum or absolute maximum that a regular medium armor can handle. But in medium armor, you're good outside. So you're good temperature-wise, you're good you're good radiation-wise. There are these critters. There are these critters out here. But at least we can kill these to gain reputation with Polaris. And we can also, of course, craft a survival tool and start gathering up these rocks, and we can turn them into resources if we need to. Why are you unrendered so badly? That's weird. But let's grab the survival tool. Okay. And we can just drill these. And we can either gather up rocks like this to use as resources to turn into regular resources, or we can return to space and mine them from the asteroids and then come back down here. So either way, we're well on our way to getting off this planet and getting out into the into space. Now, I'm not going to go further than this on the on this little playthrough, but I wanted to show you guys this before I continued on. Yeah, you'll see if you use your jetpack and go all the way up and then down. Yeah, the slightest difference will hurt you because of the gravity. So be very careful when using your jetpack. You only want to use it to get over small little humps and all, like we did with the doors in there. And I might just remove the doors because it's a pain, but I don't know. But anyway, that's it for this little portion of it. This is the outer rim start of the Dark Heart scenario. It's of course a short little, probably about 30-minute, intro into the thing if you just run past and run into things. But now I'm wondering, I want to wait until these can be harvested and then see if they give you things, but I'm going to do that on my own. So if they, adjust reputation for harvesting inside it, I don't know. But in any case, that's going to be it for this little walkthrough. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. If you want to see the other 2 walkthroughs, they should be going up on YouTube shortly, within the next couple of days anyway. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, I'm KnowItAllDM, and y'all have a good day now. Ow!